So this is how the story goes. So you know how last week our topic was Gothic?
Gothic.
Yeah. And we talked about those Gothic names, and I'm pretty sure one of them was like Lilith or something, right?
Yeah, I remember.
And remember how we made fun of that? How we were like, wholeheartedly, we were just like, that name, K dot, you know? And I called my friend yesterday, and she told me really excitedly, you know, she's like, you know, I found this really cool name, and I want to name my kid it. And I was like, okay. And she's like, Lilith. And I was like, what? And she's like, Lilith, yeah, isn't it cute? And she's one of those people who actually listens to Turn Up. She's one of them. And I was like, you know, we made fun of that one last week. And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, our topic was Gothic, because she hadn't watched it yet. And she's like, oh.
Oh, that's so sad.
Welcome to Turn Up, guys.
Welcome to Turn Up.
You're listening to AAC Radio Podcast with Eugene and Kathy.
Okay, welcome to Turn Up, guys.
Welcome, guys.
So this week's theme is Habit for H. And just a quick reminder, please do subscribe our page, like our Facebook.
Like our comments.
Please like our posts. You know, like, a lot of people liked our Facebook page, but no one listens.
Liked our posts. And it hurts our heart.
Yeah.
Every time we post something. And it gets no likes. Except for our own likes.
It's so lonely.
You know how sad that is? ASC Radio Turn Up likes this. And it's our own post.
Yeah.
So sad. Anyway, habits. Right.
Habits. So, you know, what do you think habits are?
Well, I have pre-prepared a dictionary definition.
Cool.
A habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. He has an annoying habit of interrupting me.
Synonyms can be practice, custom, pattern, routine, style. Okay, I won't go to the end of the list, but you know, you get the general idea.
Second definition is a long loose garment worn by a member of a religious order. Nuns in long brown habits, black veils and sandals. Sounds like my fashion.
Okay.
So how do we form and break habits? Life question.
That's actually deeper than I thought.
Yeah,
that's...
Especially because they're such learned tendencies.
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, if you bite your...
Okay, don't even go there.
fingernails,
Girl.
like, I mean, apparently it kind of... It depicts a sense of insecurity, or I bite my nails. I'll be entirely honest, I bite my nails. And it also, you know, when you're nervous, you tend to do things.
Yeah, people bite their nails, people fidget.
Right.
Yeah, like I feel like, because I bite my nails too, I feel like biting your nails is so hard to give up.
Right. You just suddenly you realize yourself like, what the?
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Have you ever broken any habits?
I
think I've formed habits intentionally, but not.
I can't even do that, man. Like, how do you form habits? Like, I don't understand that. Like,
apparently there's a legit formula. If you repeatedly do something for 66 days, it actually becomes a habit. 66 days. Yeah.
That's so much dedication.
I don't know how they actually quantified this, but that's what this.
Yeah, here we go. This is a real question.
Yeah.
Turn Up Podcast with Eugene and Kathy.
So apparently, how happy or unhappy you are is a result of your habits, and how successful or unsuccessful you are is also a result of your habits. I feel like people think habits are things like biting your nails or picking your nose or something, but habits don't have to be as stony.
Right.
They can be like,
right.
Every day after I take a shower, I immediately count how many toothbrushes I have.
Right.
Okay, that's borderline OCD, but that's not. But you know, like, or.
I mean, waking up early, that could be a habit.
Yeah, waking up early and then studying, even better habit.
Right.
So, in a sense, I guess it does kind of say how successful you are, but it's only really the tools to get you there, right?
Right.
What you repeatedly do and what you spend your time thinking about and doing each day ultimately forms the person you are, the things you believe, and the personality you portray. But what if you want to improve? What if you want to form new habits? How would you go about it? And apparently there's way of doing it, which isn't as harsh as the 66-day rule.
Right.
So they call it the 3 R's of habit change: reminder, routine, reward.
So the reminder is the trigger that initially initiates the behavior. Routine would be the behavior itself, the action that you take. And of course, reward is the benefit you gain from doing the behavior.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Wait, so for the reward, is it simply the result of the reminder and the routine, or like do you reward yourself in some different way?
I assumed it was like, the way it's set out seems like it is the reward from the reminder and routine,
Right.
but maybe, what if the reward isn't necessarily immediate?
Right.
Unless it's like, you feel good about yourself.
Yeah. And working out, you don't see immediate effects, but you feel good after it. So.
Try It Out podcast with Eugene and Kathy.
Do you have any habits of your own, or?
Biting my nails is the worst one
Yeah.
I can think of
Yeah.
off the top of my head. Yourself?
I can't remember the last time I actually used like a legit nail clipping thing because it's been so long.
Does that mean that you also like bite your toenails?
No.
So you
Whoa.
use nail clipper for them?
Whoa. Yeah, but not my finger nails.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Your babies bite their toes? Not the point, but
It's good to know.
Yeah.
It's very good to know.
welcome to
Yeah.
that knowledge.
Yeah.
What else? Do you have any like awesome study habits that you do? Hey now.
Study habits.
IB.
Personally, I have to write. Like, some people, they just read.
Right.
I can't do that.
Okay.
I have to write.
Otherwise you don't remember?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think I'm a very visual learner. I kind of have to take it all in writing.
Do you feel like when you're writing, when you have to write an essay or something, it's better writing it down than typing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer handwriting.
Other people don't
typing.
prefer my handwriting, but I prefer my
Right,
handwriting.
I like my handwriting. Do you have any habits you formed intentionally?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Because as I said, people usually they associate habits with something negative.
Negative, right,
So
right.
when I think of habits that I've tried to form, like I can't. You don't make yourself do something that you know you're gonna get hooked on and you know is bad.
Right.
Mine is smoking for those old people who like it. But yeah, so I think in a sense, all my habits are accidental.
Okay.
You?
I think most of mine are accidental. One thing is, I used to be a really big fan of Michael Phelps. And basically, what he did is he made a habit. He formed a habit himself. And what he does is before his swim races, he would like squeeze his hands like this continuously, really hard. And he tells himself like, I'm not nervous. And I when I was young and when I was a swimmer, I actually followed him by doing this. And like now it's kind of like before presentations when I get nervous, I just start doing this. I just tell myself, yeah, I'm not nervous, I can do this. And it actually works out pretty well. Like
I like how you say he squeezes his hands like this and it's radio.
Sorry, I can't really show you guys, but
Just
yeah, it's kind of
tensing
like,
and untensing your hands.
tensing and untensing. Yeah.
And then every time before presentation, I do this. Like.
Yeah.
Try It Out podcast with Eugene and Kathy.
So here are a few little quirky habits that are kind of borderline OCD. No hate to OCD people, but
Respect.
yeah, utmost respect. It'd be hard to live with something like that. So, Jiayo.
I mean, they probably feel comfortable about it. They probably feel more comfortable
Yeah, I mean,
doing this.
they get a sense of
rather than-
ease. from it.
Right.
Like, I know this one girl who she like, I can't remember whether it was knock on doors or open the handle or something. It was something like that. And if she had to do it a certain amount of times, And if she didn't, she felt really nervous.
Oh, okay.
But the second she did it, and then she was fine. She was like,
Right.
And it wasn't like it took her like 10 minutes to stand there and keep on knocking on that thing. Like it was like, it took a few extra seconds, and it just gave her that sense of ease.
Right.
And I was like,
Right.
all good in the hood, bro. So, how when you're turning up like the volume on something, and it has to be like a multiple of 5. Do you not do that?
No.
Oh, girl. Like,
What?
you can't put your television at like 36. It has to be at 35, and if 35 is too quiet, you put it at 40.
Hold on, why?
I don't know, it just makes sense. Like,
Why does this make sense?
I don't know, like, you don't do it, everyone does it. Well, girl.
I thought like volume is based on the adequate
No, it's based on
volume of
multiples of
sound,
5.
not multiples of 5.
No, you have to do it at multiples of 5.
So clearly you do this, right?
Yes. It just makes me uncomfortable. Why is it, but it's really annoying when it's at like 47 or 48, and
That's like
that's
the perfect
perfect, but like,
Wait,
you can't have it, no, it has to
Why?
be either 50 or 45.
Why?
I don't know, it just does, like,
Okay.
I can't believe you don't do that. I've had so many, like, I ask people about this and they're like, oh yes, I'm like, okay, good, but why are you normal? Stop.
Okay. Oh, well, I did kind of have a habit regarding TVs. Like, the moment I turned the TV on, there's like a routine that I would go through to check all the channels. Like,
Make sure nothing awesome's on.
Yeah.
Pausing videos at even numbers. See, this follows the same rule. You can't do it.
Pardon?
Okay, if you're watching YouTube, right?
Right.
You can't pause it at like 3 minutes 47. Either 3:46 or 3:48. How do you not do this?
Wow. So like, do you just, if it's on 4, let's say like 4:39, do you drag the little things?
No, I just play it for another second.
Wow.
Yeah, you act like I'm crazy, but like, hey.
So what happens if it's like a really important moment and it's not a multiple of 5?
No, it's not for videos. It's not a multiple of 5. It's 2.
Oh,
Even numbers.
two, right.
All
But,
good.
oh, okay, but clearly you do this as well. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only on YouTube though.
Respect.
Thank you.
Turn Up Podcast with Eugene and Kathy.
Okay, wait, hold on. I got this one. If I'm typing and I misspell a word, I have to go back and delete the entire word rather than just correct this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's me.
I see that. Alright, so now it's time for our extra whatnots of the day. SAT word of the day.
Hubris.
I don't remember seeing this one from my book.
Hubris. I always looked at it and thought it was like hoopri or something. It just looks like one of those words that you just don't pronounce the S.
Yeah.
Hubris.
Hubris.
Overbearing pride or presumption. That hurts my pride. So if you have too much pride, you are there for
Hubris.
Oh, nice. Alright, so our phobia is
Phobia.
wait, the phobia of scientific terminology. Right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, this phobia of complex scientific terminology.
So then, could you get away with saying in bio that the binomial naming system freaks you out?
But then, is it too complex though?
Yes.
Okay.
2 parts, man. Capital, non-capital, in italics.
I
Like,
agree.
Yeah. I
Alright.
think we can get away with this.
Yeah.
But the book of the day I actually have read for us.
I've read this one as well.
It's a nice little book. Also has a movie to it.
Yep.
Holes.
The Louis Sachar. Sacha. Yep.
I hated reading this book.
Really?
Because it was not like I wanted to read it, but it was requirement for English class.
Yeah, it was the same for me, but I loved it. I was like, girl, this is good.
I mean, Oedipus was fun, right? Although we were required.
At the end of the day. At the end of the day. I mean, I guess when you start any book in English, you're just like, nah. But then,
Like, some of them are actually really good.
and the, like, how well known they are, you're actually
Right.
able to have, like, intelligent conversations with people.
Right.
And there's a lot of references to, like, literature like that. Maybe not holes,
Like
but
this?
like
Right.
holes in there. And there's a lot of references to literature and pop culture.
Right, definitely.
And once you start to realize, or you've read the book, then you start to notice them,
Right.
and you start getting it, and you become more of a person. Our song of the day is a song that I've heard enough of because it rhymes with my name,
Happy.
Happy.
by Pharrell,
Wow.
the man who does not age.
How old are you?
No idea. 40
What?
something.
Yeah.
And look at him.
He looks like
He's
20.
been producing since, like, longer than we thought.
He's been producing
Longer than I
since we've
thought.
been alive.
Really?
Yeah, he's been doing his thing for like 20
Yeah.
years now or something.
I just knew him because of this song.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's also the co-creator of Babe.
Of what?
The clothing
Babe.
brand, like, the Bathing Ape.
What?
So it's called Babe.
It's actually called Babe, like, pretty high-end
Oh,
stuff.
It doesn't sound high end.
Babe.
It is pretty high-end.
So now time for our credits. First of all, Ma Shira Kim.
Thank you.
Oh, she's here. CEO, manager, big boss lady, executive producer, probably some other cool word that I can't think of. Our scriptwriters,
Bridget and Lena.
Wilson and Zhang.
I hope you guys are enjoying your geo trip.
I cry every time. Alright, so we hope you guys tune in next week. Good day, good night, good eve, good morrow, and don't forget to
Turn up!
You're listening to AIC Radio Podcast with Eugene and Cappy.
I can't touch other people.
What?
This is No, this is not me, guys. Not me. It's on the list. Clearly not me.